Hello everyone, welcome back to Monomose's channel. Thank you for joining me today. So today I'm quickly going to be talking about a sensitive topic, which is mental health in an African home and postnatal mental health. So this is a topic that Africans don't tend to discuss, and the reason I'm discussing about it today is because mental health is actually a serious thing in Europe or in the UK. Let me put it like that because I stay in the UK. In the UK, when you actually tell your working place that you're suffering from depression or mental health, they give you sick leave. They see it as a sick leave because it's something that's really severe, and that's really important that Africans don't tend to discuss about. And if you look at the suicide rate in Nigeria, you would see that this has increased because, of course, people are suffering from a lot of things that they really don't want to tell people, and not really because there isn't anybody to discuss it with, but because nowadays you really can't trust anyone. You really can't trust anyone with your issue, because most of the times when you talk to someone, they will go tell someone else, or they would use, or for example, I've come across a lot of cases where you pour your heart to a pastor just for them to like give you one or two words of encouragement, and at the end of the day they use you as an example when they're preaching their sermon. I mean, of course, it's okay for them to use you as example, but I don't think it's something that's proper, especially because, like, for example, in the UK, if you wanted to use my story to tell your story or something, you should have asked me for permission. If you don't ask me for permission and you use my story to tell yours, I'm entitled to sue you, actually. So these are things that in Nigeria they don't consider. You see pastors using people's story as examples, or even mocking these people and stuff. It's not really nice. And I've come across cases as well where you can't even trust your pastor. You can't even tell your story to your pastor, because immediately you leave, they go tell someone else and they're like, oh, don't tell them that I told you about this, this person was just telling me this, or something happened like this, or like, I mean, no, I don't know why it's so difficult for people to keep secrets nowadays. I mean, if I share something with you, it's because I feel a burden in my heart that I just want to share with someone, and it's not, I let me put it in pidgin. I know you sometimes send you message. Like, seriously, if you want to tell someone else my story, ask me for permission first. And that is why people nowadays, they tend not to tell their stuff to people. They just keep it inside. The anxiety, the pressure, the whatever just keeps growing, and at the end of the day, sometimes they just get to that extent whereby they can't take it anymore and they just commit suicide. Now, I've been in a place whereby I was extremely depressed. I had no one to talk to, and even the person I trusted the most was not there. So, like, trust me, there are, like, you see people committing suicide and you're like, this life is too sweet. Why is it that this person just decided to take his or her life? But trust me, there are a lot of things people are going through that especially when the thing keeps piling up, there is nobody to talk. People just do crazy things in, like, irrationally. So it is a serious case in African homes, and a lot of African parents are suffering from mental health, especially because of stuff that maybe their own parents have done to them during the past. And I've discovered that a lot of people are actually suffering from depression today due to what they passed through as children in the hands of their parents. And most people would actually start healing when their parents actually begin to apologize to them, because especially African parents, they are emotionless. They don't show emotions. They just treat you anyhow. They beat you. In fact, what they consider beating Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't beat or smack your child, but Africans, they do it in a form of child abuse most times. They literally abuse that child, and that child grow up psychologically having low self-esteem and stuff. Like, most depression, if you trace most depression of people, you would actually see that it actually began when they were staying with their parents. So most like African parents, you guys need to do better. You guys need to start apologizing to your children, because trust me, like, most depression starts from the from when this when, like, any broken adult you're seeing today, like, be it a woman in her 40s or in her 50s, or a man in his 40s or 50s, if you trace actually their depression, where it started from, you will see that it started from when they were actually living with their parents, because of course of the abuse that they actually passed through with their parents. So Africans really need to do better. We need to discuss about these things, like, and for any of you out there that are going through one thing or the other, I'm not saying I'm perfect, because even me, like, I'm prone to depression a lot, because I have history of depression as well. So I have history of depression, so I easily get depressed, although I'm getting better now anyways. So I'm using myself as an example to talk to anybody out there. If you actually have depression thoughts or stuff, to me, I don't just find someone you know you can trust. Even if that person at the end of the day go tell someone else, it's their loss, not yours. It's their loss, not yours. Just talk about it, or like have a mentor, talk about it, discuss about it. Or there are forums online, you can go online, forums, psychologists, doctors, you can talk about, you can talk to, and people are always there to help you. Even online, I saw on Instagram, there are some WhatsApp, some people always advertise their WhatsApp group, where they actually discuss about depressions, people with depressions and mental illness. Now, Africans, one thing I need you to understand: when someone is mentally ill, it doesn't mean that that person is mad, like roaming on the street, like all those people that roam on the street with torn clothes and stuff. No, that is not what I mean with mental illness. Mental illness is when you're suffering from, like, for example, depression, anxiety, PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorders, and other form of illness, like it has to do with the brain, like someone that has for example passed through some really tough challenges that is like pulling them back. Those are these type of things I like that I consider as mental illness. For example, people that have suicidal thoughts, people that just feel like they have no hope anymore in life, and all those stuff. That is what we mean by mental illness. Not so when people tell you you are mentally ill, you need help, don't see it as an insult. They are actually trying to get you help. They are actually telling you that you need to get help for yourself. They are not insulting you. Don't see it as an insult. Mental illness is not an insult. It's just like it's just like saying someone is suffering from malaria, someone is suffering from headache and stuff. Mental illness is just like depression, anxiety and stuff. So don't see it as an insult. We need to talk about it, because people are afraid to talk about it. They just believe that, oh, if I say that I'm mentally ill, people will think that I'm crazy and mad. No, you are not. It's normal. And again, like I said, if you were in Europe or in the UK and you tell them that you are mentally ill or you're suffering from depression, they would even give you sick leave, because they consider you as like you're sick, you need time off. So it is not an insult, please. And again, I want to appease to mothers who just gave birth and are passing through tough depression, postnatal depression. It's something I experience as well. It's not easy. Like sometimes you just wonder, you just see a lady her child or something. God forbid, that's not going to happen to any of us in Jesus' name. But postnatal depression is real. It's something Africans need to start discussing about, because it's not easy, especially like, it's not that you just wake up in the morning and you just like hate yourself. Oh, I'm big, I'm like, you just don't feel yourself. You don't feel like you're okay. For example, me, before I started giving birth, I used to weigh 50 kg. Now I'm weighing 80s. You understand? So seeing myself in the mirror, so I started getting low self-esteem and stuff. Yeah, I know people, especially Nigerians, they will say, oh, but you should thank God now. You have beautiful children. You have this. That's not how it works. Postnatal depression doesn't work like that. When it comes, it just comes. Like when it comes, it just comes. You just don't see any hope in life. Even if you just had a baby that you're supposed to be happy and thanking God for, but you don't see the bigger picture. It just comes like, because you're in your most vulnerable moment. You've got so many hormones going on, you've got so many hormones going on, and all sort of things. So you just have so much, and if you don't, especially if you don't have anybody to talk to, anybody to rely on, or anybody to that can be close to you in that period, sometimes you just lose it. You take irrational decisions, you get angry, you do stuff, you cry. It is normal. Don't say, oh, I have God, I'm not supposed. No, it is normal. It's a phase that all women go through. And I'm here to tell you today, I don't have a solution for it, because I've given birth twice and I've passed through postnatal depression twice. So I'm not here to give you a solution, because I don't have a solution as well, but I'm here to tell you that it will pass. It's a phase that it's normal. Don't hate yourself for not being thankful, because I know you'll be feeling that, okay, but I'm supposed to be thankful for God, to God for giving me a new baby. People are searching for a baby, and God gave one to me. I'm supposed to be thankful. Yeah, you are supposed to be thankful, but don't blame yourself if in that moment you're not, because it is absolutely normal. You just went through a very difficult phase, whether by CS or by normal delivery. And again, if you give birth by CS, that doesn't make you feel less a woman. Do you know what it means for your body to be cut into two? Yes, my first child, I gave birth to my first child through CS, and it is not a joke. In fact, I even consider those people more of a woman than people who gave birth through normally. It is not easy. So don't let anybody bring your self-esteem down. Like, a lot of people had CS and they didn't even come out from the room to give thanks to God. A lot of all these people that are saying, oh, you are less than a woman if you don't give birth through normal delivery, if they were supposed to do CS, they won't even come out alive. But you came out alive, and you're healthy and you're healed. So don't feel less than a woman. All those people that are talking down on you, they don't know what they're talking about. And what I always do when they talk and chat their rubbish, I always smile and say, pray it doesn't happen to you. Pray it doesn't happen to you, because I don't even pray for my enemy to give birth through CS. So if you're laughing at anybody that gave birth through CS, pray it doesn't happen to you, or someone that's close to you, because trust me, you're so going to hate yourself for laughing at people who actually give birth to, through CS. And so I'm letting you know now, you woman, whether you give birth through CS, whether you give birth through normal delivery, your body just had a major change. Like, you just brought out a full human being out of your body. How do you expect your brain to be normal? Like, it's normal for you to cry, for you to feel depressed for a couple of months. It's normal. So don't hate yourself for not being thankful. It will all pass. It will all pass. That's what I'm saying. It will all pass. Trust me, it will all pass, and eventually you will eventually you will see the eventually you would see the light at the end of the tunnel. So that's all I'm going to say today. Thank you very much for joining me on my channel. Please, if you like my video, share, comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll be uploading video every 2 weeks from now. So see you in the next 2 weeks. Thank you very much, and God bless you.